DKM Rising Stars back in the spotlight like it's always been. We've had two amazing shows under the belt, and now we're coming in with a pre-show for an amazing night of boxing on the 12th of July, live in the capital of the country, London, England. I am joined by two grudge fighters, Calvin Hayes representing 20 Dublin 4 Ireland, and King Gaffo. These two have gone back and forth, but they have sat down with me today to discuss everything leading up to fight night. Boys, how are we doing?
Chilling, bro. I'm doing.
Calvin, let's start with.
I'm doing good, bro. I'm
Yeah, you
doing
feeling all
great.
good?
Brilliant, man. I'm excited for this fight.
How you feel? How you feeling coming for fight night? Because you've already had one taste of victory in the last Rising Stars event. So how you feeling for this one?
Bro, I'm feeling great. I'm getting hungry for that taste of victory again, you know? It's just a matter of fact, though, of what actually happens on the night and who's actually there and who's not there, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. Depends also what you bring to the table as well, and how much you have elevated or upgraded your arsenal and also your technique and skill in this game. King Gaffo, I want to come to you. We've never crossed paths before, but you're a big name. We know you well enough around. You've been scheduled to fight many times, and you have fought a couple of times. But what has drawn you into this fight against Calvin in London?
Well, we need to get one thing straight. I know it's DKM Rising Stars, but only one of us is a rising star because one of us is already a star, you know? Calvin's on the come up. I've been there. I've done it all. There's a reason I'm here. This is my show. I'm the headline. Like, I'm the clickbait. I'm the only one that actually draws numbers here. You know what I mean? I've seen the whole card, and I'm bigger than every one of them put together. It's called creator boxing, but I haven't seen one creator. You know? So, like, Calvin should be thanking me for this opportunity.
I don't think you've been looking hard enough, bro. There's actually two people that are bigger than you on this card, but shall I look at?
Oh,
Don't know.
a whole two people. A whole two people.
Mm-hmm. That's the same amount of people that followed me from this big level fight, so
Hold on, Calvin. I can drag up WhatsApp chats where you talk about the views I pull in and talk about the pull I have now.
100%, bro. Now, don't get me wrong, views are very credible, but at the end of the day, how many of them people that are viewing are actually going to tune into this fight and not watch the prelims? Or not the
But why would they want to follow
prelims?
you? You give them nothing to follow you for. Maybe that's why only two people followed you.
Well,
You don't
bro, I'm
give them a
more
reason to
consistent
follow,
in
bro.
this. I'm more consistent in this build up than you, man.
Maybe maybe if you were a bit more handsome, more people would have followed you. You know what I mean? You look like
Well,
every
maybe
extra in
so.
a Russian mafia movie. I thought there was going to be subtitles popping up here when you were talking, man.
Did you, bro? That's actually mad, but it doesn't matter how you look in this sport. It's about how you present yourself and show up on the day, isn't it? So, look,
Man,
I can be as ugly or as handsome as I want, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm still going to welly you from one end of the ring to another.
and you still might get a whole two followers from that. You know what I mean?
Bro, I might
Maybe you
actually
need
get
to
two
stop worrying
more.
about the boxing and start trying to grow your brand. You know?
Yeah, 100%. That's why you're here, isn't it? You're a stepping stone on this ladder for me.
That's it, bro. That's it. I'm always happy to help out the community. This is my charity work. You know what I mean?
Very good. It's about time you done some charity work, bro. It's needed.
Helping out the younger kids. You know?
Need to balance out that level, bro, you know?
I'm just sitting back and letting you lot roast this little campfire because clearly there's a little bit of back and forth between you two, and I do love a little bit of nitpicks here and there. Gaffer, what really started this like back and forth with you and Calvin?
I was actually due to fight somebody on the UCC back in Ireland who was, I believe, he's fought on DKM before. Jordan Gale.
Yeah.
He's been on Channel 4's Married at Four Sites. Jordan pulled out because he's a bitch because his wife was in my DMs. He cried about his mental health and pulled out of the fight. I needed a fight. It was getting close. And I know Calvin presented himself to somebody from the UCC and I accepted. But and then a couple of days later, I got given a bigger opportunity to fight somebody who's like, he's well known back in Ireland. I took that fight instead. And ever since then, since I turned Calvin down, he's been like a YouTube ad, you know what I mean? Like loud and annoying. He's been popping up every time I said no. But I decided to do what's right, and I did tell Calvin yeah for a couple of days, and then changed my mind and fought somebody who benefited me a bit more. And I felt like I should do the right thing now and actually give Calvin the fight.
100%, mate, and I respect that at the end of the day. Now, you're still coming over here. You're still putting on this show for the fans that people did want to see, which is good. And, like, now that time has passed, I step back and I look at that from a business perspective. It's fair enough that you went and fought Carl that time. I was a lot less known. I had a lot less experience. It's more than fair, man, but we're definitely going to put on a 10 times better show than that, aren't we?
100%, man, 100%. This
Definitely.
isn't the UCC, you know what I mean? DKM have been
100%.
doing everything to help promote this, and the UCC don't give the opportunities like DKM do. And like I can't speak good enough about the DKM promotion. It's been great on all ends. The lads have helped me out anywhere I needed to. Any problems I had, I was able to go speak to Rich, Danny, and the lads were straight there on it. I'm actually really proud to be a part of this, and I'm glad to finally give Calvin this fight and finally share the ring.
We appreciate the kind words for the promotion. Thank you, Gaffo. We really do. Apart from all the positive feedback and support you've been given to DKM, why this platform? Because you've got a big enough name to the likes of Misfits, Brand Risk, etc., etc. Why DKM? Of all the choices, why DKM that you want to have this specific fight on?
It's Calvin signed with DKM. It was like it just seemed right. Like I could have obviously Calvin could have came to the UCC. We could have fought in Ireland. We could have made this a lot easier to put on. We could have done this fucking tomorrow back in Ireland. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like just the lads have been so good to me. Me and Rich were meant to fight before. There was some problems there, and like the lads, I was well able to work with the lads as if nothing had happened before. And I don't know. I'd jump on DKM again after this fight with Calvin. And obviously one day it will be Misfits, but right now there's just nobody there that interests me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Calvin, you have been on an incredible little journey so far. 2 fights under your belt. First one you had to tackle through adversity last year, and then earlier this year you got a stoppage win in the amazing 4-parter that we had for England versus Ireland, and you, as team captain, got the W. So honestly, talk me through that night and how did that feel? Not only being the only Irishman to win, but being team captain to get points on the board for your country.
You see, like, obviously it was a very stressful moment for me. All this pressure was on me. I'm the main man from Ireland here. I'm representing the most of the country rather than anyone else on the card. It felt great to have that sort of pressure. It felt great to see what sort of burn was in my mind in that time so I could get more used to it for higher level fights like Gaffo, for example. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. It's good to be able to deal with that pressure and sort of get a good taste for it before you go further down the line in this career. I feel like, obviously, I could have performed a lot better on that night. Of course, Tom gave me an amazing fight and 100% respect to that man. Like, I'm going to be real. I didn't respect him in any way, shape, or form before I hopped into that fight. And I hopped in and actually talked to him after the fight. And now, to be honest with you, man, he's a really good lad. I talk to him nearly daily, like. He's a very good, credible opponent. And I feel like there couldn't have been a better fight made that night.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What type of opponent do you think Gaffo will be compared to Wonky Tom? Because, like you said, it is a bit of another step up the ladder in your boxing career. And obviously, Gaffo's going to bring a little bit more to the plate than your last 2 previous opponents. So what do you expect Gaffo to come out with come fight night?
To be fair, like, I'm a bit 50-50 on it. It depends on how he has been progressing since the Carl fight. And he's obviously going to sit here and be like, I've been on the session every night. But in reality, like, you never know. So I'm going to step in there as if I'm fighting Canelo or Crawford that night. I'm going to go in there, my best form. I'm going to feel the best. I'm going to look the best. I'm going to look the sharpest. And I'm going to drown him in these waters.
You're not gonna look the best though. Come on.
No? Well, maybe if you shave that fucking bum fluff off your chin, you might look a little bit decent.
Try.
Sorry, bro. It's hard to find a barber when you're living in the sun, bro. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
My,
tough,
my
bro.
barber back home. My barber back home there normally takes care of this, bro.
You're
But
dead,
while
bro.
you've been stuck in Ireland, going on your little runs, dodging potholes, and you know what I mean? Like, I've been abroad training and living like a king. Sun in my face, like, peace in my mind, which you probably don't have, you know what I mean? We're both fighting, but only one of us is living, bro.
100%. And we're gonna see who's living lavish after this fight, aren't we? We're gonna see who progresses
So,
further.
Gaff,
We're gonna see how sitting on that little egg chair of yours is gonna help you in this fight. You'd want to be off
It's
running,
nice now.
Gaffo.
It's nice now.
Yeah, it's a nice little yoke and all, yeah, but trust me, I'd rather be in Ireland right now. The sun is splitting the rocks. Everything I know is around me. I'm not bored out of my head going around kicking rocks and looking at a chlorine-filled swimming pool. I can
Bro,
go to
bro,
Sean Walsh and look at natural
bro
water
said
if I
the
want,
bro said the bro said the sun is shining like it's not here, bro. Oh no,
Well,
no.
fair play to you, bro. It's supposed to be sun shining over there. I'm talking about Ireland, bro. Our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nation. Sun shining everywhere. You can see it in its fullest form while you're over there pulling your todger and forgetting to shave your chin. So, like, I'd much rather
Nah,
Ireland
bro.
win.
I've been getting the
mm,
You
think
what?
about the women over here, bro. I don't need to pull
Well,
me Dodger. It's
you
not.
can
It's not
wait.
like Ireland, bro.
You can waste all that testosterone in any way, shape, or form that you want, bro. But you just know that I'm fully locked in, staying away from the husband. Of
Happily, bro. Happily, happily.
course, man. You alive, Jody?
uh, yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here, bro.
Safe, 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 safe.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Just about, bro.
I'm good.
You're fighting for your life over there, man.
I was just literally just to the back now. Gaff, wanted to you again, just away. How has training gone? What training have you got under your belt in line for July the 12th? Because it is
Um. Oh, Jody, I know you've never came across me before,
coming
but
very
Calvin or anybody can tell you,
soon.
I don't train, bro.
To be fair, he doesn't. He just,
I don't train.
he just doesn't try, man. I don't know why.
I just jump in there and
I
I just getting
reckon,
in there for
you
the
know what,
scrap, man.
Gaffo, yeah? I reckon if you train for a full fight camp, you could give a good bang, mate.
I reckon I would as well, bro, but I don't have time for that shit, man. Too busy living.
Well, whatever
Mm.
representation of living that is, I suppose.
You, yeah. What's the whole thing that puts you off the thought of training though for these fights, though, Gaffo?
You don't get paid to train. You know what I mean? There's money to be made out there.
Exactly, bro. But at the end of the day, your health is better than any fortune on this planet. So you can wait until someone pays you to get healthy,
Fair enough. I
or
get it.
you can stick with that health as well thing.
If I get paid for the fight and get offered a win bonus, I might train. But if there's no win bonus, I don't need to train. I'm just in there, in and out, job done, home.
But you
There's
don't
no
go
reason to
home.
train.
You don't go home, you bollocks. You go in and out, straight to the bar, straight to wherever the
Fair
fuck.
enough.
And home 3 weeks
Go,
later. Up Elva.
go home with your ma, bro.
Home with me, ma. Yeah, fair play to you, bro.
Go home with your ma, bro.
Oh my God. Do you know, I'm gonna go tell the principal over that, bro.
I'm gonna kiss your ma on the lips and ground you. I'll make you sit on the night step and take your phone off you, bro.
Bro, that's just the weirdest shit I've ever heard. You're actually dead weird, bro.
I'm
I
gonna kiss your ma on the lips and you'll do nothing about it.
swear, well, this right hand's gonna kiss you on the lips
Is she,
and I'm
is
gonna
she
go.
coming to the fight? Is your ma coming to the fight?
I think so. Yeah, are you coming to the fight? Actually, wait. While we're
Tell
here
her to
right
follow
now,
me there, yeah? Tell
yeah.
your hell to follow me
While we're
there,
here right
yeah?
now, bro. While we're here right now, where's the flight confirmation?
Here actually. Hold on. Oh shit, I'm on my phone. I haven't heard on WhatsApp.
No hassle.
I'll, I'll forward it into the group there with you
Hmm.
if you can put it up on the screen.
So I'll send it in right there. I'll have me phone here. Let's see if Gaffo's actually gonna show up, boys. Will we?
Actually, don't put it on the screen. Don't show it.
Oh no.
Are you sensing?
I'm gonna confirm. I'm gonna
Yeah.
confirm.
No, this won't be going live. Yeah, this will be going live. Just remember, boys. But Calvin, it seems to me that you have doubts whether you'll actually be facing this man head on in the ring. Because
Of course, like I don't know. Look at his last two fights, for example. Well, no, one of them was fair enough, so I believe. But the Rich fight, he just didn't show up, man. So it's obviously still going to be in the back of my mind that this man's not going to show up on fight day. Like I'm obviously going to take your word for it, Gaffo. I trust you. I still don't see no notification though, but still, I just feel like you're not going to show up and show out on fight day. Can you guarantee for the lads watching this right now that you'll be there?
Bro, I'll sign a contract with you now that if I don't show up, I will reimburse you for everything you're after putting into this so far.
All right, I respect the enthusiasm. I'll take your word for it,
I'll
Matt.
get my own solicitor to do up a contract.
If you want, I don't mind. I'm completely down to sign it, man. This fella
Or
put
like
the
here's your proof here now. Like here's your video. Here's the video now that you can post as well. You know what I mean?
oh, 100%, man. So, Jody, any more questions before we wrap this up?
Yeah,
I
boys.
think, well, the man's taking a job at the moment. Relax. Boys, it's been a pleasure having you both sit down, but I want to get into the nitty gritty to finish off. Predictions. How does this fight go? How does it get stopped? How does it end? How do you both get your hands up in victory? Because one will, one will not. Gaffo, let's start.
I'm not gonna sit here and give the usual shit like, oh, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna do this. And I've seen Calvin's fight. You can actually take a shot. You know what I mean? He's gonna be a bit bigger than me on the night as well. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna knock him out. I feel like it's gonna go the distance. We're gonna have a good fight. We're gonna have a drink after it. We'll see what happens.
Good response, good response. What I would
Alvin, what about
say,
you? How do you see this fight ending?
the way I see this fight going, I'm not going to say how it ends just yet. I just see it going, me going in there and displaying what I've been trying to display since last September against this man. I'm going to show my set of skills. He's going to show his set of skills. We're going to put on a good bout and we're going to put something good on for the fans at home. That's what matters, you know. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to step in there, going to slip a shot, hit my backhand, knock it clean out. Why would I say that? I'm going to sit here and say we're going to put on a fantastic show for everyone watching.
The people's main event.
The people's main event.
People's main
100%.
event. I love the sound of that. People's main event. They're keeping their cards close to their chest. Little bit of tussle, little bit of respect, but at the end of the day, they just want to get the big check, and they want to get it for everyone's entertainment when you're watching at home or live. July 12th, Rising Stars on the prelims, a massive night for DKM. Do not miss a second. We out. Peace.
Peace out.